I'm Yuta Kono. I live with my wife Akemi and my 2-year-old son Toma. My wife worked in the fashion industry. I was an illustrator, so I worked from home. So I took my son to nursery school every morning. Life was pretty peaceful. But then, something happened. I was eating lunch at home as usual when I got a call from the nursery school. They told me my son had passed out from eating an egg. They told me to go see him at the emergency room. I panicked. I took a deep breath, texted my wife who was away on business, then drove to the hospital. I saw his teachers talking to the doctor, so I rushed over. My son was allergic to eggs. He had a severe allergic reaction. He had trouble breathing and passed out. The good news was, he was gonna be okay. They got him to the hospital just in time. But he was still asleep. I waited for him to wake up. I tried calling my wife, but she wasn't picking up. I texted her and told her to call me right away. 2 hours later, she finally replied.
What's going on? Did something happen?
Can we talk on the phone? It's an emergency.
Oh, sorry. I can't. Just tell me, what happened?
Toma. He got rushed to the emergency room. He ate an egg by accident.
What? Is he okay?
He's still asleep. The doctor said he'll be fine, but it was pretty bad.
Oh no. Where did he eat an egg?
Nursery school during lunch. They knew about his allergies, so they were really careful. But apparently, he ate an egg that was on the floor.
What? I told them to be careful. Why was there an egg on the floor in the first place?
I guess they didn't notice. The principal came and apologized to me just now.
That's not good enough. What if he doesn't recover?
I know. I'm upset too. Can you come home early from work?
What?
What?
But, the doctor said he'll be fine, right?
Huh? Yeah, but...
Then I'm sure he's fine. He's a strong kid.
But he's still asleep.
Yeah, but you're with him, right? I'm a bit busy.
You're not that far away from home, right? Just ask your boss. Tell him what happened.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, but I'm out of state. I'm in Hokkaido last-minute changes.
What?
So I can't just come home, you know? I'm pretty far away.
The teachers, they all want to apologize to you too.
They can do that when I get back. Can you handle things for me? I'm sorry.
Okay. Just come back as soon as you can, okay?
Okay, sorry. Thanks for this.
I wasn't expecting that, but oh well. Not much I can do now. A few hours later, he finally woke up. He was smiling. The doctor did some tests, but everything looked fine. But he told me he had to spend the night at the hospital, just in case. My son, who was all better now, was really excited about this. It took me a while to get him to stop jumping around in the bed. But at the same time, I was so relieved. Then, as I was playing with my son, someone knocked on the door. It was my son's teacher, Miss Morita. She stood there, looking upset. I told her to come in.
I'm so sorry about all of this. I took my eyes off of him for a second and this is my fault.
It's okay. You already apologized to me. And he's fine, so...
Still, I should have been more careful. I'm so sorry. I knew there would be eggs today. I'm truly sorry.
What's done is done. Just please make sure something like this doesn't happen again.
Of course. We just had an emergency meeting to make sure something like this will never happen again.
Good to hear.
Is your wife around? I'd like to apologize to her too.
Oh, she's away on business. She'll be back tomorrow.
Business? To where? If you don't mind me asking.
She's out of state. Hokkaido. She told Toma she was just going to the next town over, but...
What? Hokkaido?
Yeah. What's wrong? You okay?
Oh, you said Hokkaido, right?
Yeah? What about it?
Well, there's this teacher who works with us. His name is Miyamoto, and he's in Hokkaido too right now.
Oh, so he's on vacation then?
I guess, but it's just that
Yeah?
I grew up with him, and every time he goes on vacation, he tells me all about it. Who he's going with, what he's gonna do there. You know, but this time, he didn't mention anyone. He just said he's going there with a friend.
What are you saying?
The thing is, I'm engaged to him. We're getting married next year. But he's been talking to your wife a whole lot, and...
Huh? But I'm the one that takes Toma to nursery school. When did you see my wife with him?
Well, sometimes she comes over after hours. She said she wanted to talk to him about something.
What? I didn't know that.
So, yeah. Something feels off.
I agree. I'll call my wife's company.
Thanks.
I called my wife's company right away. I asked them if she was really away on business. The lady on the phone sounded surprised. She told me she was taking paid leave. I told Miss Morita what I heard.
I knew it.
She looked upset. I was shocked too. I had no idea that she was cheating on me. But then, anger took over. Our son was rushed to the emergency room. But she didn't even care. I couldn't let this go. I wanted to teach them both a lesson. But I needed more evidence. So I worked together with Miss Morita to catch them in the act. The next day, I got a call from my wife. She was back in town. I specified a time and told her to come to the hospital. Miss Morita told her fiancé to come to the hospital as well. She told him that all teachers were getting together to apologize to my wife. The trap was set. We took my son out of the room and went to the kids' room. We had cameras and voice recorders all over the room. We could see everything that was going on in there. My wife arrived first. Then Miyamoto walked in.
Where is everyone? What's going on?
Oh, just running late with some tests. We'll be there in 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Then, they started cuddling. Just as I thought. They didn't get naked or anything, but they held hands and kissed for a very long time. I felt like vomiting. Well, now we had all the evidence we needed. We decided to head back. I asked the nurse to look after my son for a while. He was only 2. I didn't want him to hear this. Hey there.
Where's Toma?
The nurse is watching him.
Why? I want to see him.
You sure about that? You didn't even come back to see him when I called you. You were too busy enjoying your vacation with your boyfriend.
What? What are you saying?
Don't even try to deny it. I know everything.
What are you talking about?
I know you two are dating. How was Hokkaido? Good?
Hold on. I was there on business. And he just walked in like 5 minutes ago.
I called your company. They told me you took paid leave.
What? Oh, I was lying. I was with a friend though.
Friend? You mean him?
No, my old friend from high school.
But you were in Hokkaido too, right? Yeah, but not with your wife. It's okay. Don't lie. We know everything. Right, Miss Morita?
Yeah, take a look here.
Then she showed you the video we just recorded.
How did you?
We set up cameras all over the place. We needed some evidence.
How dare you? You can't do that. You're terrible.
Look who's talking. I mean, how can you do that here? Your son was just sleeping there. You disgust me.
What?
And you weren't even worried about Toma. What kind of mother are you?
Of course I was worried, but...
But you didn't want to cut your vacation short. I despise you.
That's not what I...
And you were engaged to Miss Morita, no?
What? You never told me that. You said I was the only one for you.
You, shut the hell up!
Ugh.
Whatever. let's not do this here. You got time, don't you? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna fill out some paperwork. Just wait for me here. I left the room, got my son, and filled out some documents for my son to go home. Then the four of us went back to my house to continue our talk. I made them tell us everything. Turns out they've been seeing each other for 6 months now. They went out on dates once a week. They tried to make all kinds of excuses, but I didn't care. She chose herself over our son. I could never forgive her for that. I told her I was getting a divorce. Then Miss Morita, who didn't say much, raised her head and said,
I'm leaving you too.
The look on his face when she told him that. It was priceless. After that, I got a lawyer and divorced my wife. Miss Morita dumped her fiancé as well. I took custody of my son, and the court ordered them both to pay me for damages. The guy also had to pay Miss Morita for damages. Needless to say, he lost his job. He had to go back and live with his parents. He was up to his neck in debt now, so he was desperate to find a job. My wife tried to fight me to the end, but her parents finally came and dragged her back to their house. I still let her see him once a month, but she tries to get back with me every time, so I think I'm gonna stop letting her see him altogether. She knew the consequences. I'd risk it all for some guy. So stupid. She keeps saying that a child needs his mother, but after what she did? Screw that. It's not gonna be easy raising a kid on my own, but I'm gonna do everything I can for him.